Hello Scorpio, thank you for coming to watch this first reading that I'm doing for Scorpio in the first group of timeless readings. This is Shasha Rishi and let's consult the oracle. So my name is Shasha. If you want to follow me on social media, please come and find me at Instagram. It's at Shasha, SHASHA _ crow, CROW, like the bird. And we're going to find out which deck wants to read for you today. It's not that. I think it's this. Dreamy Moons. All right, Scorpio. Angel, spirit guides, ancestors. What messages do you have for Scorpio right now? Oh, I'm going to turn over my little timer. It is a 15-minute timer. We are doing readings of more than 15 minutes, less than 30. So it will be a pretty neat little reading for you to watch and see what's ahead at the time that you're seeing this reading. So it may not resonate with every Scorpio. That's fine, just leave it for someone else if it's not for you. But Scorpio is already quite an intense energy. I wonder if you can relate. So let's see what we've got for you. That's too many cards. Although that feels right. Messages for Scorpio at the time when they are seeing this reading. So I'm doing a traditional Celtic cross spread. And it's not for any particular area of life. It is a general energy around your sign at this time. Do you want to come out or you don't want to come out? Okay, let's have a look, see what we've got. Thank you. So, the first card in the center of your spread is the Fool. And this came up on top of a big pile, basically, of cards that I felt were too many to come out. So I popped it back, but I really felt the Fool card should stay. So it's definitely an energy of new beginnings. It's an energy of a fresh perspective. And it's an energy of regaining some kind of innocence or innocent joy that perhaps you may have lost somewhere along the way. We've got crossing it the Temperance card. So Temperance is a card of temperance. So it's a card of moderation. It's a card of holding things in balance. So no excess, no addiction, no kind of imbalances in your attitude or in the way that you're doing things. But the Temperance Society, for example, is a society about being sober. So there's no devil card here. So it's nothing super serious, but it's very important at this time that as you proceed forward on this new path, that you keep yourself in balance and you employ moderation in everything that you're doing. So if you're on a spiritual path, be moderate in the way that you are indulging in spiritual practices. For example, like breath work, like you can really send yourself off on one if you decide to do something like plant medicine. Be careful, maybe keep it to a minimum, and instead have something like meditation, you know, alongside of it. That's just an example of a spiritual path. And the reason I've given the example of a spiritual path is because we have the Hanged Man in the overriding energy. And the Hanged Man is about making a sacrifice to gain some kind of wisdom or benefit. So it may be that there is some, especially it being in the overlying position, it may be that there's some higher wisdom or insight that wants to be coming through for you, wants to be offered to you, and you need to get yourself into a state of mind and a state of being that will facilitate that. So this moderation is really important. Yes, keep the freshness, keep the eagerness, but make sure that you're not going off on one extreme path or another. So that wisdom will come through when you've found this balance. And then the underlying energy is the Tower in reverse. And the Tower can be a bit of an alarming card. It is about change. It is about overhaul, basically. But this one being in reverse, it's definitely about the things that ruled you. We've got a little crown falling from the Tower here. I don't know if you can see that. It is about what ruled you previously dropping away. So there's a real sense of freedom here, especially combined with the Fool and the Temperance card and the Hanged Man. We've got this sense of freedom, and you're not concerned that things are turning on their head or that things are adjusting and changing. It's not dramatic, it's steady, but it is a complete overhaul of the circumstances and the situation that you find yourself in. So in the recent past, we've got 7 of Wands. So there is some circumstance within which you have not been able to hold your ground. So you've said, this is the way it's going to be, and your team or whomever is around you has not really been playing ball. You've maybe lost a bit of ground somewhere along the line. Maybe you compromised your own needs to serve the needs of others rather than holding your stance, holding your position. Now in the near future, so coming up quite quickly as it turns out, is the Knight of Crystals. And the Knight of Crystals is an offer, it's a communication. Sometimes it could be a contract, so a new contract, maybe an employment. It could be a new, not necessarily a formal contract, but perhaps an offer of communication. So perhaps where you've needed to open some channels of communication, that is coming in. And that's really encouraging, because what you're looking for here in the Hanged Man is higher wisdom, knowing and understanding. And what's coming in for you is that communication, an offer of, you know, here's something we can do. How about we try this? And that, I think, is a really lovely energy, because where cooperation and balance was not, you will find cooperation and balance. Now, the 5 of Wands is in the Self position, and it is a card of competition or collaboration. It is in the reverse position. So I would say that it's more a card in that sense of competition. You feel like you're having to compete for everything. You're having to really fight for everything, that you're having to like push other people out of the way. Maybe you don't want to push other people out of the way, and therefore you are in fact not doing that, and therefore the balance is swayed out of your favor in whatever, within yourself, you know, because you're not able to kind of claim that ground or be the person who's on top, and you don't really want to feel like it's a competition. You want collaboration, you want teamwork, but you don't feel like other people are stepping up into that team space with you. In the Environment card, we've got the Page of Crystals in reverse. Now, we just had the Knight of Crystals, which is the future, but the current situation in the environment is that you're not getting the communication that you're looking for. So someone is not communicating with you, whether that's at work or personally, and you're wanting clearly to open the channels of communication, get that knowing, get that understanding, and have a conversation. And so you're asking. The opportunity here in the environment is the facilitation of conversation, of communication. So in hopes and fears, oh, this is lovely, Scorpio. Like, I really feel your heart on this one. We've got the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is about really mastering the state of fulfillment. And so the hope is that you will come to a sense of greater fulfillment, and that you'll be at peace with your emotions, and you'll be able to really able to really settle within the emotions. And the fear is, of course, by contrast, that you are not going to be able to firstly master your emotions, and secondly find fulfillment within the circumstances that you're currently in. The outcome card, on the other hand, though, is the Chariot. And the Chariot is an interesting outcome card here because it signifies movement, it signifies travel sometimes, and it signifies getting our potentially conflicting priorities to track forwards together. So it's management of a situation. We've got, on this particular card, we've got a yin and yang sign with wings. And so the balance, which we have in this Temperance card, is coming together and sprouting wings, moving you forwards into whatever it is that is coming next. And I'm not going to say it is your fulfillment, but if you are choosing to work on yourself, you've got this Hangman card, you are choosing to find your balance and your moderation, your temperance, and you are choosing to make these communications with people around you, then there's no reason why you should not be moving towards a greater sense of fulfillment in your life, one way or another. The Chariot doesn't tell me where you're going. Perhaps this card, mate. Okay. So there's a bit of a new beginning for you in health and finances and resources. So that's where you're moving towards, some kind of a new beginning. There is a lot of new energy here. Oh, we've got one upside down here. Okay, so we've got the Three of Cups in reverse. So what I would be careful about is any third-party situations or any overindulgence in celebration and, maybe partying, or it may be even overspending, but also, staying faithful to your, like the Chariot card is very two energies together moving forwards. The Three of Cups is more, there's more people, there's more cooks in the kitchen, basically. And that's not necessarily a good thing for you at this time. So we've got the Ten of Cups popping out here. Ten of Cups is the ultimate fulfillment card. So if you can stay on track, that's kind of how I would define the Chariot. If you can allow yourself to start again and avoid overindulgences or indulgence of enjoyment and pleasure over working on whatever projects it is you have to work on, then you will get to this sense of fulfillment. The Ten of Cups is, the entryway into the court cards, basically, and the King of Cups is the final court card in the Cups suit. So that's your personal fulfillment, but this Ten of Cups is your family fulfillment, or your chosen family, your friendships, your relationship if you're in a relationship, and your children together as well there. So what do we need clarification on? Don't think I did my timer in the end, did I? What do we need clarification on? Oh, I was looking at the Tower, so we're going to have the Sun on the Tower. Whatever is changing in your life, whatever overhaul, interesting, the Magician, whatever overhaul is occurring, it will bring a sense of new youthfulness to you, and it will really bring you much more fulfillment. The Sun is a fantastic card. It's got a little baby riding a white horse in it, and it's a very cute card. We've got sunflowers as well. It's, yeah, it's a great card. So falling on the Tower like that, it's like, don't be afraid of any changes or overhauls or shifts or things you need to go through in order to get to wherever it is you're going. It's all for the best. It's all for the best. And then on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician just popped up that caught my eye. The Magician is all about you. It's going to be what you make of it. So if you've made a decision, you're just going to tear up everything and start absolutely again from scratch. The energy is there for you to do that. But if you're wanting to work with this sense of communication and actually talk to people and maybe don't uproot absolutely everything and do it gently, bit by bit, and improve things gradually, then, you know, you are the Magician. You can make whatever you want to happen. It's just a matter of time and resources. So let's just clarify the Five of Wands. So we've got this energy of competition that I feel you would rather not be in. Yeah, okay, so you feel out of control. You feel like the structure's gone, or at least the structure that you would prefer to have in the situation is no longer there. So it's time for that balance to be redressed, basically. I'm going to have a look at the Knight of Crystals. Knight of Crystals, what is the communication or contract or agreement that is coming in for Scorpio? Okay, so there has been some decision-making process. You've maybe been overwhelmed by the options that are presented to you. There may not be a ton of options, but if there are a ton of options, they're overwhelming. If there aren't a ton of options, you're not all that excited by any of the options being presented to you, and you're really concerned about, it's in reverse, you're really concerned about where those options will go if you take them or if you indulge them. So on top of the Knight of Crystals, the communications that's coming in for you is to clear that confusion and say to you, this is how you need to move forwards, or this is how you want to move forwards. And someone else will come in with information that is useful to you in that respect. Anything else? So is there anything you can do? We're going to look at Page of Crystals, Page of Swords. Is there anything you can do to facilitate this communication, this conversation that needs to happen? Okay, so realize that whilst you may not be 100% happy with the 3 cups here in front of you, there is more help coming in from another quarter. So there's help coming in from someone else, some kind of inspiration or something that really makes you feel more full within yourself, so more fulfilled. Just don't miss it. Maybe someone's reaching out to you in a different way than you expect, and therefore you need to recognize that that's what they're doing in order to receive what it is that they have for you. I can't offer you this, but I can offer you that. Anything else about that? Please. Oh, another page. You've got 3 pages, I think. No. Yeah. No, 2. The other one's 4. So, Page of Wands in reverse. The communication is not necessarily going to bring passion or direction, but it will help. It might not be exactly what you'd envisaged, but it will help you. It will help the situation. Yeah, I think I want one more on that. What can we do to facilitate the conversation? Make love, not war. So we've got the Lovers card coming up. So this could mean a number of things. It could mean bring yourself into balance, again, like the Temperance card, the masculine and feminine energies. How much of your masculine are you expressing? How much of your feminine are you expressing? And that's your responsibility. You get to choose. And so you're coming into more of a union with yourself, but also come into an intimate situation with someone. And that will be dependent, the nature of that will be dependent on the nature of the relationship with the person who you need to communicate, or people you need to communicate with. Is it a team exercise, you know, bonding exercise? Is it a conversation with a loved one? Is it a romantic dinner? Is it a, you know, reaching out, asking for an, you know, some kind of an intimate moment, spending time together, quality time, a kiss on the cheek, you know, a bunch of flowers, any of these things. There is a certain amount of reaching out that needs to come from you. That's the impression that I'm getting. And maybe some stronger energy, even stronger masculine energy coming from you, because what you're wanting is the King of Cups. So if you're wanting the King of Cups, you really need to, I've got 3 pages. You really need to put that masculine energy into it. And the Emperor being in reverse there, the potential of the Emperor is with you as well. So 10 of Stars is the final card I'm going to pull. It just jumped out of the deck there for you. 10 of Stars is all about establishing yourself, having your family there, the generations all present, and having a stable, healthy foundation and home, whatever form that takes for you. So what does that look like? You've got some visioning to do, Scorpio, and I really wish you the best of luck with all of that. I hope that you get what you need, and I'm sending love and blessings to you. If you do like this video, please click on like. It's very simple. It takes a second. Please subscribe if you're interested in seeing more readings, and share with a Scorpio friend if you can. I really appreciate you coming today, watching this video, and I hope you'll be back for more in the future. Thank you so much.